We are live. We are live. We are live. Make sure you log on to doggiedimondstv.com. That is my official website, doggiedimondstv.com. On that website, you're going to see some of the videos that you might have missed on the timeline. I'm definitely putting out new content every day. Maybe you're not seeing it, YouTube playing the games they play, but it's definitely on doggiedimondstv.com, as well as Doggie Diamonds Rewind channel. All my content is definitely on doggiedimondstv.com. That is my official website. Anything pertaining to me, shit, if you want to know my bio, it's on there. Everything is on doggiedimondstv.com. Listen, man, and have you heard about my $100 promo deal? If you didn't, let me give you some details really, really quick. It's very, very important. First and foremost, the promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV. That's here. And the Interlude TV. That's the Insta stories for both accounts, the YouTube, community, Threads, Facebook, Twitter accounts for both accounts. I could promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only, meaning that you're ready to rock and roll. Serious inquiries only, must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring more awareness to your products, your t-shirts, your YouTube, your music, your songs, whatever you got that you need promotion for. Just contact me at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. That means when you hit me up and you asking, please don't ask me about what does that all entail. If you coming from here, then I explained everything to you, right? And then don't use it as an opportunity to start bombarding my inbox with your songs and your music. And don't say to me, listen to this and tell me if you can promote it. That doesn't work like that. You're not getting a spin out of me. That don't work. Please, serious inquiries only. Could we just stick to business? Sometimes I think people be trying to have access to you, and this is a way for you to access me, and I'm going to answer you. So now you just start moving the goalposts and moving the agenda for why you are hitting me up. Respectfully, all due respect. Let's go. Yes. Don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Sticky Finger, I see you in the building. Richie, ROQ is in the building. Nate Jackson always say, I see you. Twin, what's going on? Long time. BJ. The thumbnail's hilarious. Mitch, what's up? Rosina Higgins, how you doing? Talk My Ish TV. We gonna explain all of that. Yes. The Emilio Egbar show is in the building. PJ Allen. Sincere, yes. Yes. Connecticut is always in the building. All Grind Media Network. Memphis is in the building. Christopher Bailey, what's going on? Team King 254, what's up? Jiggy J TV, thank you for setting that off. Yes, I work hard. Complex 8000, what's going on? Tyrone James, I'm here. Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. Horace Gully, I appreciate that. Just Eric, what's up? We here. I'm gonna let y'all call in too. Sierra Holmes, where you been? I ain't see your name pop up in a while. CL46, aka Yeet. Yes. We here. Late night, we get right always. We let everybody, take over what they gotta do during the day, but nighttime, we rule the night. Mr. Q, what's up? Jumon96, what's up? I'm here. Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. 416 is in the building. I'm gonna need y'all to hit them likes though. Need y'all to hit them likes. I'm gonna let y'all call in. I'm gonna need y'all opinion on some things. This is an all interactive family show some nights. Meaning y'all the family, y'all the winning team. So I'll let y'all call in and express your opinion on what's going on. The Cash App is pinned to the top too. So if you want to support the channel financially, you could do it via Super Chat or Cash App. I prefer a Cash App, I ain't gonna lie to you, because the money comes straight to me. But whatever works, whatever way you could do it, whatever you could spare, I'm cool with that. Sucker Free, what's up? That's right.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes, I'm here. I was taking a nap like 9 o'clock. I got in the shower, did a home workout today. I didn't even leave the crib. Ate like 6 tacos. Yo, I've been eating them crunchy tacos lately, man. I think we got hooked on the soft shells for a while. I went back to the crunchy ones, like, oh, these crunchy ones used to be blazing before we started getting all bougie with the soft shells. I went back to the damn crunchy ones. I had some, what is it? El Paso. They had some jalapeno cheddar joints. It was rocking. They mad small though, so you gotta eat like at least 5 of them, to get right. And I ain't even had no ground turkey or nothing. I had refried beans with mine. It's just some lettuce, yo, rocking. But they was jalapeno, but I want to say jalapeno. But them crunchy, yo, I'm like, yo, them crunchy ones, I forgot these crunchy ones used to be rocking. Because before we got all bougie, we wanted soft shell and all of that. I got some crunchy ones. And they was sitting right too. They had like a little cup right there. Booyah. I'm like, yo, I've been sleeping on these for a long time. I got all cool. Thought they'll give me the soft shell, Nah, I went back to them crunchy. Them crunchy ones was rocking. And they was jalapenos. Listen, they was straight up and down.
Jalapeno.
Rocking shit. Jalapeno cheese at that. Know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that shit good. I had refried beans. I ain't even do no turkey and none of that. They put some of the refried beans in there, some lettuce on that. Shit was rocking. Had protein pancakes for breakfast. And I was just chilling today. Sometimes like when you in these spaces of looking at all of this content, it is overstimulation. We got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got Facebook, we got X, we got YouTube, and I have to look at all of them on a daily for content. I have to look at all of them to see what's going on, to see what I'm gonna present to y'all during the day or at night. I haven't really been doing a bunch of rundowns, but I'm coming back with those soon because I just don't want to talk about the same mumbo jumbo that everybody, like I'm not running to the computer to talk about stuff that it's like whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, on X today, resurfaced tweets came out. Now, if y'all don't know who Rory is, I guess he's somebody because he's a podcaster, most known for being one of Joe Budden's original co-hosts. It was Rory, Mal, and Joe Budden, one of the original co-hosts of the Joe Budden podcast. They had the public split. It's really some internet geek shit. I'm gonna be real with you. If you in the streets, you gonna be like, who? So you really ain't gonna know, but it's really some internet shit. So if you internety and you in the spaces of podcasting and YouTube and all that, then you gonna know who it is. He's one of the original co-hosts of the Joe Budden Show. He also used to be a part of a festival called Duce Palooza, where, Duce used to sponsor these events and all that. So he's basically was known for that. Then joined the Joe Budden thing, and had the falling out with Joe Budden. They broke off, did their own show, and then he just does a podcast now. And he's white, Not that matters to a certain extent, but dealing with the tweets, that's why it matters. Because he's white and he's, he got his opinion on certain things. And some of the shit that he had his opinion on is like, white people ain't supposed to be saying that about black people and getting away with it. But I'm going to read it to you so you in the know. So it reads, Rory from Rory and Mile lit up on Twitter Spaces after being exposed for old anti-black tweets. So the deal with this is, again, you could look at him. He's a white dude, red. So that, I guess that would mean Irish. I don't want to put nothing on nobody. But he's in the space of hip-hop podcasts, and he just said a lot of racist shit before. So Farrell's, his last name is, several of Rory Farrell's old tweets have resurfaced, exposing him for making offensive comments about black women. Some old tweets posted by Rory Farrell of the podcast New Rory and Mal recently resurfaced, earning the internet personality a great deal of backlash. In many of the tweets, he made offensive comments about black women in particular. He said, "I've never saw a good-looking black woman," one of them reads. Every black woman has either wanted to, thought about, or actually effed a white guy. White people facts. Another says in one tweet he called Beyoncé a hood rat name. Needless to say, social media users have a lot of feelings about all of this, and most are condemning him. And somebody said Rory's been a racist the whole time. I saw that too. Rory looks freaking nuts right now, someone says. Amid the backlash, Rory took the Twitter spaces, and this is where it really went crazy. They held the Twitter spaces, and he was like, so? And I think that's what the backlash is. Amid the backlash, Rory took the Twitter spaces to address the ordeal, which only added more fuel to the fire. He approached the subject with sarcasm as captured by No Jumper, and then it didn't sit right with many. I'm not going to play that because, but he says, I'm not apologizing for anyone that has said that I call black women ugly or roaches. That's according to No Jumper. And this is far from the first time a white internet personality has gotten calling out for their past social media activity. However, similar things happen. I don't know who that is. So he said a lot of stuff. Like this is very tame. What I read, for the purposes of YouTube, it is very tame. He said a lot of stuff. Opinion is, black women is ugly. Black women ain't this. This is my problem. I've been called names. I've had people, publicly act like bitches about my opinion or how I thought. Never really to me. I had people privately. But when we have an opinion about anybody, others, we get labeled. We get labeled. Most of the time in the hip hop space, we created this. Let's not get it twisted. We created hip hop. We created everything about it. Only thing that we didn't create was the corporations taking over, financing it, and then repackaging it and retooling it how they wanted to in accordance to how they could make their money back. That's what we didn't do. We do it for the love. Before I knew I could make $1, I was doing this probably for like 10 years. I just was doing it because I love it. When it started getting monetized, that's when everybody jumped into it. When I first started, a lot of these dudes wouldn't really survive in this space because you had to go outside. You had to be outside. You had to go in certain places that you would stick out like a sore thumb. You wouldn't be wanted. So everybody's doing it now. Many of them are hip hop snobs. They think that their word means something over our word because they know how to get the funding because their people gonna invest in them. So when they see their people in the space, they're gonna invest in them. My issue is if I say something, I gotta go on an apology tour, as you see Kanye doing right now, as you see others. We get labeled, we lose deals, we lose endorsements, we lose a lot. What is he gonna lose? Because already you see Hollow No Face, and they're defending him. That's your opinion. I'm not mad at that because I'm gonna let y'all call in. But I realize that when it comes to us and people say anything about us, they just cool. They get away with it. And hip hop is ours, and I want y'all to start trying to putting yourself in the mind space of reclaiming our culture because it's culture. It's not only our culture because we have other things culturally that we did, and we have other culture, but hip hop is our culture. It comes from our expression. It comes from our joy, our laughter, our sadness, our anger, and wanting to report what was going on in our communities because that was one of the main ways through music. We found ways to entertain ourselves, and mainly at one point, it was entertaining to them because I don't know if y'all know, on the plantations, they used to make us dance the jig. You know, that's where jigaboos and a lot of stuff come from. And I'm not going to go there because YouTube don't like when I talk like this. I'm censored when I say certain things. The video will be yellow. They took my channel down before, you know, for saying certain things. So I will get punished if I really said how I really, really feel and what I really, really, no, let's not deal with feelings. If I said what I really, really knew, then you know I'm going to get punished. So for him saying certain things and standing on it, what's his punishment? Like, what happens? Is he still allowed at the cookout? Could he still sit there and talk hip hop? I know there's a big red pill society on social media. I never partook in it. Of course, I got my issues with black women, but it's not public for the public to know. I have issues with black women that other black women have issues with. I don't have nothing special the same, but I have the same issues with black men. I have an issue with certain things that black people do, but I can speak on what affects me as a black man. With him, I don't think he could speak about who's ugly and who has a ghetto name and Blue Ivy's hair. You know, he was doing stuff like that. At the particular time, I believe Blue Ivy was 2. He was talking about her hair being nappy. I mean, he wouldn't understand nappy hair because he wouldn't understand. Tim Mack, I appreciate you. So we in a time where we got to mind and watch our words. We got to watch our ways, actions, and deeds. Meanwhile, they can say what they want. There is no punishment. You know, we'll have fake outrage. We'll get mad. We'll do a show. We'll talk about it. But all it's really going to do is put people on to who he is. Was he in a different mind state? I don't know. But I don't really like giving certain people an out. I don't like giving certain people a narrative to use. You said what you said. You feel how you feel. That's it. And I personally just think it's a slap in the face because being in this culture and you sitting in a seat next to black people, do they know you feel like that? Like, did you express that to them? And how, what about them is so pussy that they'll just sit with you? Because when you say black women are ugly or whatever the case is going on, you're basically saying the nigga mama ugly. And the co-host, the female, you're saying she's ugly. That ain't rap shit. You sitting in the space of hip hop, but you think you could like flex how you want. You think you could say what you want because you the cool kid. And I'm just letting it be known, like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. But no, I got to, because I'm just letting it be known. I don't really care about sitting with these guys and being cool. I'm not going to sit here and act like, yo, I just want to be accepted by them, so I'm impartial, I'm ambiguous. No. I'm not no bitch. And I think a lot of y'all dudes be bitches because you could say something. Say that you don't respect that. You don't like that. Say something. Stop always wanting to be cool with them. Hopefully, if they get into a situation or something, they bring you with them because you just want to play it like, I didn't say nothing. When everybody comes down on you, you see, I sat there and I just didn't say nothing. Nah, you a bitch. That's how you feel, fine. I'm not mad. Yo, that's how you feel, but yo, I don't have to agree with it and I don't have to like it, because if I said something, then it's over for me. They done took my channel down. They demonetized me. So how you get full free reign to say and do what you want amongst our culture? And I've never talked about people just to talk about them. I will always talk about shit culturally. But I'm saying, oh, but he's my friend. Then fuck you too. Because at the end of it all, what happens to people who disrespect us? Because if I said something, if I disrespected, my own people want me up out of here. But as soon as one of them do something to us, but we just run like Steven and Django to defend. He don't even ask to get defend. That's why the thumbnail is what it is. It's gonna say, look how they fight for me. And that's what happens. Like, look how we'll go at each other's throats and we'll have issues and problems with one another behind what they say. Yo, we got to stop defending people's words and let them stand on it or sit on it or look up at the sky at it because somebody put them on his back pockets. Because when we say something, we have to go on tour apologizing. We got to get their acceptance again. We got to say sorry. And we got to get their acceptance. He stood on it last night. You should listen to some of the shit he was saying. He wasn't like, yo, I was young, I was out of pocket. It was just like, yeah. So what y'all? It was basically like, what the fuck y'all gonna do? You can't do shit. And it was just shocking to me. I'm like, damn. We got to reevaluate a lot of stuff. Because once one of them get away with something, they all start getting away. And it's kind of like covert. I be thinking, because I could look at a nigga and be like, I might have to fuck him up one day. That's how I be. I be looking at dudes like, I smack this nigga. That's how I just pardon me. Like I said, I ain't mature in certain areas yet. But I could just look at a dude like, play that hip-hop snarl pretentious shit around me if you want. You better be very, very respectful and understand that this is my shit and my people. I don't care where we sit, and I don't care where we at. I don't care how much money is poured into you. I don't care who's promoting you, who's pumping you, who sponsored you, who backed you. I don't care. That don't matter. Because when you strip all of that, we are the talented ones. We control the narrative, not you. Or we supposed to. And see, what happens is, being that we always at each other's throats, some niggas start thinking they down. Some niggas be forgetting that they white boys. They start thinking they light skin. And they start saying shit, and then shit starts slipping out. And they start saying how they really feel, and nobody gonna check them because they gonna let it slide because he the bag. So if I put him on his back pockets, then we gonna lose this sponsor. We gonna lose this. Y'all niggas is cowards, man. See, that's what integrity is. Integrity is still keeping your morals, values, and principles no matter what situation is. It ain't about if you're going to get money, you're going to get money. If you're talented, you're going to get money. Just trust me. Yeah, you might not be getting certain bags. You might not be getting certain shit, but you going to get it. All you got to do is hard work and dedication. But I don't want to sit in certain ciphers and sit around certain people knowing that they feel a certain way or they said certain shit. And then they want to stand on it. And then you kind of like, stand behind me. I got you. You get put down too. And a lot of y'all ain't even really built like that to act like you could hold somebody down. Because if we ever outside and I decide I want to just do what I want to do, ain't nothing none of y'all niggas could do. Y'all know that though. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go outside and defend people who don't want to be defended also. So I will say this to my black women. Y'all gonna have to start taking a stand on what y'all want to allow. I did a show a long time ago called Black Women Magic. What happened to that? See, sometimes I do shit that go over y'all head because I don't always sensationalize shit. I be trying to talk to your soul. I be trying to talk to the inner you. You know, I don't try to talk to the surface. I try to talk to the inner you and really, really have you think. And there was a particular time where y'all had the ability to yay or nay anything. It was a particular time where what y'all said goes, period. Black women want you out of here, you gone. Ain't nothing you could do about it. Black women want you to be famous, rich, or whatever. They had the power. That's why we had the LLs and the Big Daddy Kanes and all of these artists, because the Wesley Snipes, because the black women got behind them and supported them. Because I ain't never think none of them niggas was cute. I just like the music. But the black women is the one that'll go to the shows and buy the merch and the t-shirts and scream and posters on the wall and all that shit. Y'all really had the power. In some way, y'all relinquished y'all power and made us the op. When truthfully, we in the same position you in, just a different side of it. So somehow, some way, during all the transitions and the trials and tribulations that we went through as a people via the Willie Lynch and all of this shit, giving programs to some and stifling some, we became ops to each other. So in walks guys like this. He start fucking on y'all. I see all types of shit that y'all be saying and we be saying about each other. Oh, you got to get a other. Listen, let me explain something to you. I don't care what situation is. You think Mexican men ain't beefing with Mexican women? They just not loud and proud. You think they divorce rate ain't high? You think Asians? That shit is happening in every community because of social media and where it's at. It's happening in every community. It's not just us. We just magnify everything and we just damn loud. And they're going to put us on Front Street because we love to consume our own dysfunction. So we'll go with a poor narrative about us and spread it like it's law, not even realizing, well, who started this story? Where does this come from? Who said this? And then we start taking little situations and saying, yeah, because, and then we just start living up to and carrying things about us that might not necessarily be true, but that's what propaganda is. So you're going to have some people who, it's old. You're going to have some people, I know some black men who just don't like black women. They don't have nothing nice to say ever. They made a living off of it. They walk around with it. They so hurt and fragile and timid that that's just their life. Can't even have a conversation with them about anything. So it's gonna be some people that agree with him. But I feel like I got a right to say, I don't like something about my cousin. Somebody in my family, but if you talk about my family, that's where we draw the line. And I think we don't draw the line. I don't think that we say, hey. I can say what I want in my crib about who I want, but you can't come in my crib and give your opinion about my crib. I think somehow, some way, we allow people to shit on people that we so-called love because it's entertaining. I know niggas that sometimes when I do videos, I know niggas personally. The first thing they do is go to the comments to see if y'all talking bad about me. That's the first thing they do. They don't even watch the content. They was going in on you in the comments. A dude said that to me one time. I wanted to punch him in his face so bad, but he's so small and fragile, I would have hurt him. But I seen it like that made him happy that the comments was against me. He was just happy. He was a little too happy. They was going in on you in the comments. So you didn't leave a comment in defense of me or nothing. You just was just gloating. You just was just reading the comments like, yeah. And I think that's what happened a lot. Because we have narratives and how we think, we be looking for like minds, even if it's just all trauma bonding, even if it's just somebody disrespecting your sister. You told your sister she need to lose weight. So if somebody else, see? But you forget, that's my sister, bro. I can say what I want about my sister. You can't say shit. That's still my sister. So to prove points and to be right, because you know niggas love to be right. Niggas argue you down. Niggas argue you down about anything. I'm gonna open the phone lines. And you could call in. You could call in. I'm gonna put the number up. Y'all could call in. I want y'all to call in, but I want y'all to hit that like, that share. I need that super chat chatting. I'm doing call-in shows. I'm doing a lot trying to get y'all, more active and participate on real topics. We can't always talk about entertainment and nigga shit. Sometimes we gotta talk about real life stuff. And this is something that's real life because this is a recurring theme in our culture. But people that say black women is at least protected. But then when some of us run to protect the situation, there's no turnout. There's no 1,000 people in here. But if I was talking about Jim Jones and Max B caught each other and fought, it'd be 20,000 people in here. So y'all got to pick and choose what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not no simp. I ain't got no cape on. I don't got none of that. I'm just going to speak the truth. No matter how nobody feel. But at the same time, y'all got to show up and show out for certain things too, because y'all say what's not happening, but then when you got us going out, some of us going out there by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Some of us going out there by ourselves. And then you gonna have some cowardly ass black men who ain't gonna say nothing because they want to still get in certain places. So they're gonna say, and I'm not talking about the audience. I'm talking about people in this space. So the number is 516-218-6898, 516-218-6898. All I'm gonna say is when you call in, watch your language. Some people are so big on using foul language, and then they can't understand why they can't curse. And I don't really understand. Could you just not turn it? You don't know how to turn it off for 30 seconds. You don't know how to just speak a certain way for 30 seconds. I know you want to express yourself, but sometimes people curse unnecessarily, and you could just find another word for that. I'm not trying to get my thing taken away because I want people to participate. I'm not trying to go through that. So if I ask you not to do something, why I don't understand, you see people in the chat, you can curse. Yo, you can't do shit that I don't want you to do on my shit. How about that? How about you just follow the rules that I set? But I know a nigga, you can't tell me what to do. Anyway, 516-218-6898, 516-218-6898. All the people that's stall them out and all that, call in. I want to hear your explanation. I want to hear why we should stall him out. I want to hear why he should get a pass. I want to hear why. You might have a good reason. You might have something that makes sense. And I want to hear it because in truth, nothing is going to happen to him. He ain't going to lose no sponsors. He ain't going to lose nothing. And that's the point I'm making. That's the double standard. They don't lose nothing. They actually gain notoriety, fame, more followers and listeners. 484, what's your name? Where you calling from? Okay. They actually get notoriety. They actually get their name in certain lights, and people will listen to see if he'll apologize or see if he'll double down. And it actually is almost like a clout thing because it works in people's favor the more fiery and wild they are. It works in their favor. It helps them. And we'll just be sitting there beating our fist at the drawbridge trying to get the king out. 214, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Melinda Dallas.
Is it who?
Melinda from Dallas.
This ain't no Melinda from Dallas. First of all, you sitting there listening to me on YouTube right now because I hear you in the background. So how you calling Melinda?
You ever turn it down? I can turn it down when we turn it down.
No, but why you asking? Is this? Oh, you said this is Melinda from Dallas.
Yeah.
I thought you said. I thought you said. No, no. No. I thought you said, "Is this Melinda from Dallas?" I'm like, what the hell? How you doing?
No, I was telling you who I was.
All right, Melinda. I get a kick in the ass for that. My fault. How you doing, Melinda?
Mm-hmm. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. No, Rory. No, he does not get a pass over here.
Okay.
Okay. It's just like I'm just tired. Not just black women, but just black people in general. We like low hanging fruit.
Right.
You know, everybody can say anything they want to say about us, and it's okay.
Right.
It's not okay.
Right.
You know, but he has said something about them alphabet people or the other community.
Right.
Before the sun was down, he had an apology for them.
Facts. Yeah. Tell him.
Know, but with us, it's like it's okay.
Right.
And then he had the nerve to start trolling the comments like, "Yeah, I said it, and what about it?"
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was wrong and strong. Like he didn't care. Like what y'all, because at the end of the day, Melinda, unfortunately, we really don't have, and that shows that we don't have no power. And that's sad. We don't have.
We do have.
No,
we do have power.
But we scared though.
But how we choose to use it.
Right.
It's the thing. And I don't understand that. It's just like, what is happening? You know, it just frustrates me so bad.
Right.
You know, that this is being allowed, and it's like, it's okay. It's not okay.
Right.
You know, and he need to be put in his place. Ma should have put him in his place, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just, you know, that's all I want to say. But no, he don't get no pass this way.
All right. I appreciate you for calling. If you can, just make sure you hit that like button for me. I appreciate you, though.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I got that twisted. I'm like, is this Melinda from that? Shout out to her. You know, I agree wholeheartedly with that. You know, because again, if we do say something about somebody else, you better get out of this town before sundown. 872. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Richie. I'm calling from Chicago.
Chicago in the building. So are you aware of what we're talking about tonight?
Yep.
Okay. What's your thoughts on it?
I feel like it's a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
One part of me feels like he fouled for saying what he said and that he should apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And if he don't apologize, if he refuse, we should start canceling him.
Okay.
But at the same time, I know it's a lot of black acts who they was digging up dirt on them. And I felt like they shouldn't have to necessarily be judged for what they said when they were younger. So if I feel like that about a black person, it would be unfair for me to try to say the white person deserves to be punished. If I feel like a lot of these black guys or black women who famous, who were saying stupid stuff on Twitter 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I don't feel like they should get in trouble for that.
Okay.
So if I feel like they shouldn't get in trouble, would that make me a hypocrite if I feel like he should?
No, that's fair. That's fair. I that's fair. That's fair. I'm not gonna debate that. When you say the black people were saying something, who were they saying something about? Other black people, or what were they talking about?
I'll give you a prime example.
Mm-hmm.
The Kevin Hart situation, where he was basically going at the alphabets.
Right.
He made jokes about that early on in his career, and it came back to kind of like bite him later on. But me personally, I feel like he's a comedian. He shouldn't be judged for something like that. But, you know, they basically put their foot on our necks anytime we do anything foul.
But they made him apologize, though, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. So Kevin Hart, although you was young, they taught him a lesson, right? Like he gotta go to diversity training, right? Like so what should be this dude's Rory's punishment? So when I'm not saying,
honestly,
go ahead.
I don't want him to apologize because
that's how you feel. Yeah,
I feel like
I get it.
No. It's for a reason though. Mm-hmm. I feel like if a man, prime example, let's take it somewhere else. Mm-hmm. If somebody put their hands on somebody and then say, you know what, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like you genuinely. I don't feel like that erases you putting your hands on somebody. So if he come out and say, you know what, I'm sorry that I said X, Y, and Z, he's still riding at his core. Just because he gave you an apology don't mean he don't still hate you.
So what you're saying is that he's saying sorry because he got caught, not sorry because he said it. Yeah, got you. Got you.
So basically, if we demanded somebody if we demanded an evil person to apologize to appease our feelings, what do we really gain? Because they still feel the way they feel. We can't erase how a person feels in their heart. we can only try to police what they say, and at the same time, does that really even make sense?
No, yo, you got valid points, and you're very articulate, and you're making your point. So I appreciate you calling. Yeah, that's another perspective that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And
I appreciate you, brother.
All right, make sure you hit that like for me, bro.
I already did. I'm in the comment. I was the first person who commented.
Hey. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you always say. All right, I appreciate you, bro.
All right, brother.
All right, peace. What's going on? Call in. 516. See, you said they show whack, nobody watch. Nah, Mitch, you be surprised, bro. They get 346, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Doggie, I'm TT. I'm calling from Texas.
Texas in the building. What part of Texas? Texas is big.
Houston,
okay. H-Town. All right, TT. So I'm glad that you were calling in because you can be an expert on how you feel because you're qualified. You see what the topic is. Should he get a pass for his old tweets dissing black women?
No.
Explain.
Not at all.
Explain.
Okay, because I just think that his arrogance and he's showing what he feel about black people and also black men.
Mm-hmm. Are you surprised that some people are defending him?
No, because I think it's all about proximity to whiteness and what this white man, who's a culture vulture in hip hop, can provide to the black people and specifically the black men who's around him.
Yo, you cooked just now. Damn, I smell it in the hair. You got some aromatics, some green peppers, and then you just cook. Yeah, you just cook. Nah, I think a lot of people gonna share your sentiments. So TT, I appreciate you calling. All I ask you is make sure you hit that like button for me.
Okay, I will.
All right, thank you. Yeah, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? I think that was cool. 646, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's going on here? Jiggy JTV from the Bronx, man.
Oh, no, this my guy right here. This my guy. All right, bro. You see what's going on. Talk to me. What you think?
Yo, Doggie Diamonds, man. Check this out, man. So, this is the problem with our people, man.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about us, when it comes to attacking them, we want to attack them personally. Attack whatever sponsors them. You got to go to their pockets. So, this is my thing, right? We got Rory, right? Rory Moore. These are their sponsors, right? Do you mind if I do this?
Go ahead, talk. Go ahead.
Okay. So we got their sponsor, right? They're sponsored by Hennessy, Boost Mobile, Z-Biotics, and DraftKings and all that or whatever.
Damn.
We gotta holler at them and tell them, yo, what they did, what this guy did was wrong, and if y'all accept that, we not rocking with y'all. Hit them in their pockets, man. We gotta start attacking them personally. That doesn't work no more. It hasn't worked forever.
Smart man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when Rick Ross did what he did, they went to Reebok. They got him off Reebok.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Smart man.
Exactly. And there's way more examples of that. You know what I'm saying? They hit us in the pockets. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They do. Yeah. Nah, I agree with you, bro.
That's basically what we got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But he wrong for that, man. We ain't rocking with that.
Right, yeah. Well, that was intelligent right there. That was smart man. All right, bro. Thank you for calling in. We build later on.
Always, absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right, peace.
Oh yeah. You know, I was the first one to donate, and I forget that. I was the first one to donate, and I liked it.
Absolutely. I appreciate. Yeah. You the bro. You always support. Thank you.
Good looking.
All right.
You're ready.
Yeah, that's brilliant right there. 347. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, doggy? This is Taki from Staten Island, New York.
Staten. What part of Staten Island you in?
I'm from the South Shore. I ain't from the hood side.
Say, hey,
I'm from the South Shore.
I had a spot in South Beach before, you know, so it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Right off of
yeah, I'm kind of further from you. I'm from like where you out in South Beach? We got to go down Highland Boulevard.
I'm about to say I was off Highland. I was by the Perkins over there on Highland.
Yeah, I know exactly what that was
Yeah,
at.
facts. I was right over there by that Perkins. Perkins is before IHOP. A lot of people don't even know that. It was Perkins first.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kept secret on Staten Island. Very low key out there, man.
Yes, sir. So what you see the topic? What you think?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think we should give them a pass
Okay, explain why.
because it's like the picking and choosing. It gotta stop. If you're gonna stand on something, we gotta stand on with everything. Case in point, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same people that saying cancel him are the same ones that still go in the Gucci store after they did that racist campaign, still going to H&M after they did the racist campaign. So which one is it? You gonna cancel everybody that disrespect us, or our black women, or we just gonna pick and choose based off who we know and who we don't know? I feel like they saying cancel this guy right here because they don't know who he is. You see what I'm saying? I get it. People say stuff and they should be held accountable for what they say, whether it's yesterday or 3 years ago or 5 years ago. But my thing is this: so as a people, we got to stop picking and choosing. So if it's really a serious issue, we got to cancel everybody and everything, every corporation, everything and everybody. Don't pick and choose because you know what I mean? You don't know who the person is.
Okay,
that's my thing.
I got to take everybody's perspective, and you got your perspective and opinion. I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
All right, dog.
Yep,
Do your thing.
Peace. Yep. So what y'all think about that? What y'all think about what I see some thumbs down, I say boo. We do gotta take that into consideration though, because we do pick and choose sometimes. We don't really be standing on stuff. Like we'll say this about a person, and all they gotta do is do something we like, we'll say don't rock with, you know what I mean, people I seen in H&M. All they gotta do is go put something on sale. For real, man. Like we really don't be standing on nothing. All they got to do is put something on sale, and we be like, 213. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, it's still on slow school, man. Salute, man. Call from ATL.
Okay. What you think about the topic at hand?
You know what I'm saying? I think people say outrageous things, man. The other day you said some outrageous things about Max B could stand in the verses with Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
that ain't got nothing to do with what we talk about tonight.
I'm just saying people say outrageous things. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's outrageous. But listen, I'm gonna tell you something with Joe Budden. It's a lot of undercover. I ain't gonna say freak offs or nothing.
You said Joe Budden. We talking about Rory though. What we talking about Rory?
Yeah,
right?
But listen. Okay. Everybody on that show is intertwined in some kind of secret affair. Like, look at the connection. Like, look at how they vibe up there. I'm not saying, look, it's a good show. I'm not gonna, just disrespect the show.
Okay.
But you can tell it's deeper connections.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's favoritism. It's you know what I'm saying? You can tell somebody, appreciates more than the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really a complex show to a degree.
Got you.
But as far as Rory and things like that, do you got the details on the tweets? Like, do you understand where he was coming from, the perspective, what was said? Like, I
read him early in the beginning of the show. Nothing that he could say that would resonate with me. So I'm not white, so
right.
I would never think like a white man. So
it
ain't gonna resonate
that's another
with me.
thing too. That we tend to get thrown off by doing that, by assuming what somebody white to do, or we shouldn't do this, we should do that. All this, I'm saying, trying to compare with other races and things of that nature, man. When motherfuckers can do everything within the law to do and be successful and everything like that, I think that that people get beside themselves trying to belittle other people. And you know what I'm saying? I got white friends. Yeah, the dudes that be like, I got white friends, I got Jew friends, I got.
Yeah, I hear all that. Listen, I hear all that. But the deal is, what should happen? Should he get a pass for? That's really the bottom line. Should he get a pass?
You shouldn't get no pass for cooning, man. When you boot licking and cooning.
No, not us. Him. Should he get a pass for what he said? Should he get a pass?
I don't feel like he should get a pass. I think that he should get checked.
Okay.
I think that when you hop out there to where you start to, putting yourself in these categories, or infatuated, or get to, talking that type of talk to people, I think you should be brought to reality. You know what I'm saying? that type of thinking right there, it starts with that. Then it goes to other petty small things that don't have nothing to do with nothing, man. Like,
Got
you
you.
know what I mean? It's just a domino effect of a small thinking. And I think that, people get a little money, people get a little more fame, and they tend to get beside themselves. And I think that's what happened with him. He got beside himself.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling in. Let me get some more callers in. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I hate them sounds when you hang up and all of that. I was trying to avoid that sound. Call in, man. Call in. I'm here. I'm available. 516-218-6898. The Don GF sent in a super chat. I appreciate you. You said they only have outrage when it's popular to have it. That's true too. That's true too. Call in. Waiting for some more callers to call in. Here we go. 860. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, sir. Sincere from Hartford, Connecticut.
What's going on, bro? Hartford in the building. What you think about this topic?
Yeah, man. This dude should not get a pass. Should have violated. You know what I mean? I do think, just piggybacking off of what others have said, they all have a point. And I really think that we should put them in a position where they lose some of these sponsorships and attack their pockets, because that's the only time where they really get to feel pain. You know what I mean? Like, people have publicists, people have certain teams where they strategize how they can do some damage control and trying to apologize, but they really don't feel sorry until you hit their pockets. You know what I mean?
Right.
People only respect consequences, man. Not good to understand that as an adult now. You know what I'm saying? Before I used to take apologies off of face value, but if I think Maul should definitely reprimand him. You know what I mean? I think start the relationship, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Right. Yeah, he'll take a slug for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because to him, I don't know all the details about their friendship, but of course, I'm more than certain they knew each other for more than like 15, 20 years, stuff like that. And also, they got business together, so they make money. But at the end of the day, how could you befriend someone that thinks your mom is ugly, that thinks your sister is ugly, thinks your auntie is ugly? That don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? So
right.
That's my take on it.
All right, I appreciate you, bro. Always in the chat and always supporting Connecticut in the building. Always too. Shout out to you.
Yes, sir, Doggie. Keep up
Peace.
the content, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Wheat in the building, Clinton Hills, for the super chat. Rory said, black women is ugly. That's what he said. He didn't say a particular. He said he generalized. He does have a right to his opinion, but it's just kind of weird sitting in the space and having a black woman co-host. 203, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, Doggie Diamonds? It's DJ Knockout, a.k.a. Talking My Ish TV.
What's going on? Yeah, I see you in the chat. And at least your phone sounds absolutely correct. Like you must be on some type of new phone. But what you think about the topic?
Nah. Man, I feel like us as a people, we need to start really boycotting people that talk crazy out their mouth and don't have no repercussions. If we stop their cash flow from us, because us black people, we the biggest consumers in the world.
Absolutely.
In the world. So if we say we dead in that, we ain't messing with none of that. Watch how their income shrivel up, and then they're gonna be so sorry, and then it's gonna be too late.
Right.
We don't need to punish nobody. So on a punishment, you want a punishment for a short period of time, and then you come off that punishment and everything's okay. No, we need to dead that.
Right.
In the sand, burial.
Right. I agree.
But we can't stick together for nothing, so that's why we never could get nothing done.
Right. Yeah, because we gonna jump in front of each other, trying to make sure nobody get to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree. All right, bro. I appreciate you. You got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's called Talking My Ish TV. It's a really, really small channel, just me talking my unpopular opinion.
Hey, man, everybody started at 0, so it's a small channel now, but a year from now, it'll be one of the biggest and stuff. Just keep grinding, keep going at it, man. All of us started at 0, so it's all good. You don't got a small channel. You're working at it. Just look at it like that. Ain't no such thing as a small channel. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, boy. I really appreciate your advice, man, and I'm gonna take heed to that. Definitely.
Yeah. Just
I
work
appreciate you,
every
bro.
day, work every day, work every day, work. It'll be. We all started at zero. You know. I appreciate you
No
for
doubt.
calling
You
in
made
though.
me feel better about my little subscribers. I appreciate you,
Ain't no
brother.
little subscribers. This is what I'm saying. If you could have 100 real ones, and I got like 286,000, and I ain't even gonna say nothing. But anyway, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro. All right, peace.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, man, you got a small channel. Everybody started at zero, man. Like just keep grinding. You know, just keep grinding. You know, I got the subscribers I got, and you see how they do me. They don't send out my notifications for a lot of people, you know, but everybody started at zero. You know what I'm saying? So don't never feel like you too small, because if you too small to do something big, then you know, I'd rather if you think you too big to do something small, you too small to do something big, and greatness comes to those who just keep busting their ass. 408, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Tone from the Bay Area.
The Bay Area. What part of the Bay? Because when you say the Bay Area, I always just think Oakland. Is that the Bay Area, or is it other spots?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'm across the bridge, East Palo Alto. You know where Totally Insane from?
Absolutely not. I'm not familiar with it. Like I said, all I know is Oakland.
Or the Hood Stars.
Okay. Yeah. All I know is
either way, man. I feel like Rory and them.
okay.
They whole credibility went out the window with that whole Drake thing.
Right.
You know, and then this year, everybody but Joe Budden, kind of funny style anyway, but you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I'll end my plane with that right there. But yeah, Rory, ever since that whole Drake thing, I ain't really been taking them serious, and I think we shouldn't even be listening to their podcasts. Anything they do, really.
Okay. That's cool, you know. I appreciate you for calling, bro. Bay Area in the building. So the Yay area, I gotta say the Yay though. That's what it is. The Yay area, right?
Oh, you see me on your thing, Bay Area Rap Tales. It's me.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Shout out to my I know somebody from the Bay. Shout out to my dude Yuck Mouth. There we go. I know Yuck Mouth from the Bay, right?
Yeah. He across the bridge.
Okay. See, I don't know nothing about no bridge. All I know is just the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Oh, ain't that where Mac Dre? Mac Dre is from there too, right?
Yeah, I know the Bay is kind of vague and shit, because, you know.
No, but I know
from Vallejo to San Jose.
Mac Dre is from the Bay, right?
Oh yeah, he's from over there where Mac Mall and 40 from. Vallejo.
Oh, Mac Mall, that's my.
That.
Mac Mall is my guy. I was a Mac Dre fan. People, you know, the guy. Oh, and Kick the Sneak is from the Bay, right?
Oh yeah, Sneak. You know, I got faith he gonna walk again, man.
I hope he walk again. So I do know about the Bay. Yeah, that's what it is. I know about the Bay. Shout out to the Bay. All right, I'll holler at you later on. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
All right, peace. Yeah, they got a song, Welcome to the Bay. Yo, I love that. Yo, I was a Kick the Sneak fan. I'm just being real with you. I like Kick the Sneak. Mac Mole is my dude. I like Mac Mole. And of course, Yuck Mouth is my dude. 262, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this is Torian. I'm calling from Milwaukee, 414.
Okay.
I just wanted to say salute first and foremost.
I appreciate that. So what you think about the topic at hand?
The topic is kind of, it could go both ways, you know. We embrace a lot of different cultures, and then when they sit up and get comfortable with us, they feel like they can talk any kind of way. So it's mainly up to his staff and the people he work with and people he's comfortable with to check him, because an outsider saying it, he's just gonna say, y'all hating, y'all broke.
Right.
But if somebody from his camp can pull him to the side and be like, yo, that was kind of foul, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that would make a difference. And no, he should not get no pass.
Right.
That's first and foremost. But definitely, if we wanted to hit him, like other callers were saying, you gotta reach his camp. You know, before his pocket, you gotta reach his camp. You gotta make him feel morally like he did something wrong. You feel me? So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet with that. Salute, Doggy. I love your content.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Yeah, that's a good perspective as well. I appreciate you for calling in. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, dudes don't really be having friends because friends be supporting BS. 678, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Rock from Atlanta.
Atlanta in the building. All right, Atlanta. I don't know nothing about Atlanta too. So you got East Side. Well, what's the difference, man? Because I know sometimes they be like, "Yo, the East Side of Atlanta. What's going on? Like, what part you from?"
Originally from the East Side, but really done kind of lived everywhere but the North Side.
See,
I never lived in Gwinnett County. That's where Migos and them from. I mean, the West Side is where T.I., Killer Mike, Fabo, D4L, most of the rap people that y'all know is really from the West Side.
So give me a county in the West Side. Give me a county in the West Side so I know. What's the county in the West Side?
Fulton. The street you be hollering all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Fulton.
I'm from Fulton Street. Definitely from Fulton Street. Yeah, so all right, so Fulton County, that's the West Side. So where does the...
That's the West Side.
Okay.
And then it borders Cobb County.
Oh.
So, like, it's right on the border of... I mean, I'm saying when I say the West Side borders Fulton and Cobb when you talk about, like, Adamsville, like that side of town where T.I. and them from. Because Bankhead is pretty much right on the border of Cobb County and Fulton County. It's like 2 streets over.
Gotcha.
One street you in Cobb, one street you in Fulton.
Gotcha.
But the actual, city of Atlanta from the metro area back out to the west, north, most of that is Fulton County, and then it's a small piece that's DeKalb County. So, and that's the east side right before you get to Decatur.
Okay, so Decatur is what? Still the east side?
Decatur is for sure the east side. Decatur is another city. So, like, if you in downtown Atlanta and then you take 20 east, the last part of the city that's still Fulton County is basically like right there where Gucci Mane and them from, where they say like East Atlanta.
Got you.
Once you pass through East Atlanta, you still in Atlanta proper for about 10 minutes, but then it turns into Decatur.
Got you. So if you
and
was
then it pick up DeKalb County.
So if you was in like if it was like McDonough and Stockbridge and all of that, what's that area? That's the west side?
That's the south side. That's about 20 to 30 minutes south of the airport. That's the south side. That's Henry County.
Damn, bro, I don't know nothing.
It's Clayton County and Henry County. And the airport is right there on the border of Fulton County and then Clayton County.
Got you.
And so Clayton County is like Riverdale, some of McDonough, and then it'll go into Henry County the further south you go.
Got you. All right, so I needed a lesson because I don't be knowing. All I can really tell you about is like Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and all that. Yeah, I don't know nothing.
Right.
But bro, all right, so what you think about the topic?
Okay, so first off, I want to say, man, I'm super proud of the sisters that called in, and I know you got a diverse fan base. I don't want to denigrate anybody.
Say what you feel. There's no
opinions.
filter. There's no filter. Say what you feel.
Some of the guys called in and they was borderline raccoonish a little bit, but the sisters had for sure a unified front where they was like, nah, get him up out of here.
Gotcha.
And maybe we could say because the things that Rory said was, anti-female, anti-black female, but I don't even think it's that. In most spaces I'm in, the sisters are usually 10 toes down.
Gotcha.
So that's one thing. The next thing I wanted to say is I understand that everybody's not on code, but I don't really get down with the we. Because enough people that called in that have a similar mindset that are on code. So, like, I'm not responsible for what somebody in Fulton County do if I stay in DeKalb County just because we the same skin color. Like, if everybody in my family get up and go to work and he decide to rob somebody today, how am I responsible for that? Like, I come from a family of workers.
Right.
But the topic itself, he need to be up out of here. Right. I agree with the brother that called and said they need to tax his pockets. We need to hit the sponsor. But me personally, I feel like he need to go on in a perfect world, he would go on a reparations tour. The same way they make everybody kiss the Wailing Wall, and I ain't gonna go into all that.
Right. No, I'm with you. You cooking right now. You cooking. Go ahead.
I feel like he should go on a reparations tour, in a perfect world. And I will say, in my opinion, we closer than we ever been. You know what I mean? I remember, and I tell my kids, like, man, I remember in the 80s, it wasn't but a handful of black people on TV, and then they was the villain or the comedy. So
right.
We've come a long way in terms of representation, and that representation has kind of created a way where we can codify the code, where we can really, solidify the code. And then, the internet and people like you and other people that have a big voice. But yeah, he need to be up out of here, and he need to go on a reparations tour. And I appreciate you for letting me have that time, doggy.
No, I appreciate you for your perspective, because it's very, very articulate, very, very concise and clear. And I think many people need to hear that perspective as well. So I appreciate you for calling. Shout out to the A.
Bet.
Peace. Yeah, I mean, again, dialogue is everything. And I'm not going to really knock nobody on their perspective. Of course, I got mine. But dialogue is everything, and I think this is how we start certain things. 301, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, doggy? This is Q from the West Coast, San Diego. What's going on, man?
San Diego in the building. Shout out to San Diego. So Q, you hear what we talking about tonight. What's your thoughts on the topic? Should he get a pass?
Can I just keep it real? Can I just sound like a hater?
Say whatever you want. I mean,
okay. I don't like him, man. I just don't like Rory. Ever since the whole Joe Budden thing popped off, I didn't like the way his responses were. I mean, I felt Joe really got him to that level, and I don't even want to get into all that stuff that happened. You already know. Everybody knows.
Right.
But just the way he was handling. He just comes across like, the B word.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I never liked him because of that. And because, I didn't even want to watch any of the episodes. I don't even watch the highlights. I don't even like Maul because of that. And so I know I'm being 100% a hater because of it. But I just felt like the way, like he didn't have respect. And so all this that's happening now, it's stemming from who he is. It's his character. You know what I mean? You expect, that B kind of, and I'm respecting your platform. That's why I'm not using
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. You kind of expect that from that kind of character, right? So this is what's coming up today. But if you probably look in his catalog, there's probably some other things from other people that can share things about him. It's just who he is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so when you can tell somebody is that kind of person, the expectation, like, this is not a surprise. You know what I mean? And
I tweeted that. I actually tweeted that. I said nothing surprises me from them. Period. Like I expect. He comes off very, very hip hop snobbish and very the authority of certain things. So, matter of factly, when they have that mentality, a lot of times. Shit, they think they could just start talking about baseball. They think they could just start talking about playing bowling. They just think they know it all with everything because of the hip hop, the snob mentality. Period. So I'm with you. But you don't sound like a hater, because if you see, this is the thing, right? So you're giving your opinion, right? And he gave his opinion. So if he give his opinion and he getting the pass and nobody's really calling him a hater, how could you be a hater for giving your opinion? So, so sometimes you got the right to say you don't like him, but you didn't generalize a people. You said you don't like him. He generalized a people.
There you go. See,
women.
You picked up.
Yeah.
And that's the same way I feel about what's the guy from 97? The white dude, not Ebro, but the other guy.
Oh, Rosenberg.
Yeah, I hate him too. You know what I mean? And it's just, and I'm not like a hater, but it's just the way they react to the culture and the music. I feel like, they need to do better. And I don't mean they. I'm talking about them too, particularly, right? Like it just the way they come across. It's like you have a platform, you have a choice how to speak and things, just what you say, but just the way he comes across, like you said, snob, hip hop snob. Yeah, I don't like that. It's kind of like I don't want to listen to anything you have to say about hip hop because I don't feel like you've earned it just because you did a hip hop video back. He did some hip hop video, throw some D's on it or whatever. Like because of that, he felt like, now he's authorized to speak, for hip hop, and he just didn't win me over. Now there's other people, right? There's other people that I feel that, I respect, and they respect, right? And I'm not even gonna go into all that because we're talking about Roy, man. But I just hate the dude, man. That's all. That's all I want to say, dog.
I appreciate you,
man.
I appreciate you too, man.
Respect.
Yo, all right. Thank you for calling, bro. Just make sure you hit that like for me and share because, you could share it to your people and say, yo, I called in at this time. This is me talking. Y'all got to share. All the people who call in, make sure you share it to your people because you made it on the show. I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, homie.
All right,
peace.
Yep. Sometimes you feel like that, like, yo, I don't care what he say. I just don't like him. 718. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Sweetie, wait.
What's going on? This my day one sandbox guy. What's going on, bro?
Yeah. Clinton Hill to the fullest, man.
Of course.
I just wanted to chime in on the topic, man.
Go ahead.
I would think that, like with oh boy, I don't know, with boy, a lot of times, a lot of these Caucasian persuasions when they get around black female, and then they do these type of things, they don't even understand. Because I could remember at a point when he said he was engaged to a Jamaican woman.
Yeah, I don't follow him like that, so I wouldn't even know. He probably is. I don't know. Yeah.
But I remember he was on a podcast.
Okay.
On an old podcast, and he said that he went to a Thanksgiving with her family, and her uncle was pressing him. If you look at it at the old podcast he was on, he was saying that then. So a lot of times these guys just come out and they just say things. See, our error is when you talk crazy about queens, it's foot to forehead. That means boot the skin.
We already know.
So a lot of these guys, they just come out and say things. What I think is whoever's around him should check him.
Right.
Let him know. And then he come out, not be forced to come out, but, retract some of the things he say.
Right.
Because if he was just engaged with a Caribbean woman, was about to go all out with her. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes they get out of character with certain things that happen when they be around.
Right.
It's just like if you sit somewhere, I can hear. I don't want to hear a bunch of Hispanic kids saying the N-word, the N-word, the N-word, the N-word, the N-word all day.
Right.
To me, that's crazy.
Right.
So, you just got to I just look at things like that.
Right.
All
right, bro. I'm gonna see you soon.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you soon, bro. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna see you soon, bro. Love you, Week.
Yes, sir. Always.
Yep. All right, later on. That's my childhood friend from my hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tune in. My neighborhood always tune in. Well, he got a daughter with a black woman, so his daughter's half black. He must think his daughter's ugly, respectfully. I don't think, that's deep. Let me close us out on the call list. Thank everybody who called in. That was the last caller, my bro, who called. I just want to say this. We are in a time where we have to protect ourselves and we have to protect others. And what we do and what we argue and bicker about amongst ourselves, amongst our communities, that don't give anybody the right to say, yeah. It's a famous movie scene in the movie called The Mac. And you had a guy named Pretty Tony arguing with Goldie about a chick that they had. And when the dude on the sideline laughed, Pretty Tony smacked him with an umbrella and told him the next time grown folks are talking, shut the fuck up. See, what we talk about with each other, that's why we got to be careful how we handle one another publicly. Because we think it's cool, we think it's universal, and said dude that got the little John B, he got the little John B at one point. He might have had a little kente cloth sometimes. He even might have wore a black medallion. He might even have a black girl. He might even think he knows hip hop and he loves Public Enemy. They start thinking that because they're in certain spaces, they could talk. And nobody turns around and say, whoa, 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 whoa. We didn't ask you that. A la Boys in the Hood. Remember, but that was reversed because he didn't even like our people. Now, the problem is this, because I see somebody in the chat say, y'all keep letting vultures in. This is the problem, and I'm going to explain this. I'll do it every night if I have to. I'll explain it till y'all understand, but it's hard to get people to understand because people hear what they want to hear and see what they want to see. And no matter how articulate you are, no matter how you express the point, people just not going to listen. They're going to just look the other way. We got into a space where we love the culture. Like I said, I was doing this for probably 10 years before I earned $1. I can tell you when I started getting money in this culture. It wasn't when I started. But I loved it so much that I didn't know that it was monies. I just thought you did it because you loved it. I thought you did it because, you love it. Like, you could get on, you could get this. This is what I thought. I didn't know that some people came right into the culture and they got money because of what they was attached to and what communities they was a part of. Because for some reason, we treat them like an anomaly when they come in. And then us who's doing it pure from the heart, we just another one doing it. But when it's one of them, people just be like, yo, he could represent us. Being that we don't have the funding, we don't control the corporate sponsor piece of it, I do this for a living. And I know when I got demonetized before, people, go get a job. This is my job. Why can't I do this for a living like he does it for a living? Because if anything happened with him and he lose a sponsor, nobody's going to tell him to go get a job. They're going to say he'll figure it out, or you actually will even donate him. I know black people who even donate to him, start a GoFundMe for him because he lost it. But if I got my Cash App up, I'm begging. I want a super chat, I'm begging. I got called broke before. I get called all those things when nobody's ever saw my account balance or how I live. But I know I do it culturally. Yes, I want money for what I do. Yes, I do it to earn income. Yes, I do. But I was one of the first who did it before I knew I could get any money. But I was still doing it, going hard. They don't have to put in the work we got to put in. They just got to sit in the seat. And somebody's going to prop him up and make sure he's straight. As for us, we don't get that same security. At any given time, the wrong thing, the wrong move, the wrong thing, we're out of here, as they displayed last year to me. Not only that, I got more of us mad at me than any of them. They don't even be mad at me. It be us because I don't like an album or because I have a different hip hop opinion. Us want me gone. But he could sit before us and shit on us as a people, not culturally, not because, yo, I wasn't feeling them drums, or, yo, he should have rhymed different. He could shit on us as a people, which means he's even shitting on you. And you'll accept that. You still want him to sit in his seats. You still fluff his pillows for him. You'll still give him a pass. You'll still do all that. As for me, every day I get a comment of somebody telling me how much they don't like me, not because of something I said universally about people, because they don't even come at me. It's us. So if I got my own people coming at me over a fucking hip-hop opinion, and then they see, hold up, his own people don't even like him, let's give him the money because people love him. You heard them say DraftKings, all of these sponsors. I showed y'all I couldn't even get sponsored by Blue Chew. Not that I need it, but they told me what I talk about don't even fit their format. I couldn't even get sponsored by a motherfucking nigga trying to get their jump off right. It ain't that I ain't got the numbers. It ain't that I ain't got the analytic. It's just that I'm not going to bend on one knee and promote dysfunction to you, because I think that's part of the problem. But everybody else could promote you dysfunction and you support them. But then I hear, all money ain't good money. Your integrity. Now, who the fuck got integrity? Who got integrity? Integrity is personal. You got people who go on OnlyFans and make thousands of dollars a day. Dudes be horny, I don't know. You got people where we got platforms, we got things, we don't get no support, but said chick could come out with a thong on, and it be some of the same people I know, all in the comments, letting her know how great she is, willing to spend. With me, fuck that nigga. I see it every day. I see it all day. I don't even say nothing no more. It's become the norm. And it's not normal, but where we from, dysfunction gets normalized, where we'll look at something that's not normal and normalize it. And it just becomes regular. And then we'll just say, that's just how it is. That's not just how it is. Because at any given time, we have the power to change anything, but we won't. We'll just go with it. We'll just keep it going. Speaking of which, I ain't even do my commercials. But I'll say this. You want to get interviewed on Doggie Diamonds TV? You want to sit here with me? Then you should hop on this special offer. First and foremost, it's a 35-minute interview that includes the social media promo that I do for $100. It could be live streamed like right now, or we could tape it and upload it later, and you can have an additional guest in your interview with you. So if anybody hit me, I had people who was laughing at me that said, yo, he only do promo for $100. He's thirsty for money. Has nothing to do with thirst for money. People don't have it. But just because you don't have it, that don't mean you don't deserve it. So I try to meet you in the middle somewhere. Say, yo, you know what? I can't charge you no $500, but it'd be a chick with big ass titties out. She charge you $500-$600 for a 30-minute post. I see it, and dudes will pay it. And they not even gonna get in front of the eyes of their demographic of people. But I know if you advertise with me, you got the who's who in hip hop looking at you. It's beneficial, but what do I know? What the hell do I know? So until we start covering each other, and until we start getting behind people that sit in these spaces who's been doing it correctly for a very, very long time, we're going to keep getting dudes like that. We're going to keep getting dudes that's hip-hop snobs and say what the fuck I want about y'all. Y'all can't do nothing. Y'all not going to do nothing. Y'all ain't going to do nothing. And you know the funniest thing about it all? You know who is the biggest defenders is going to be? It's going to be a lot of black women. They going to be like, yo, he got a right to say what he want. And you do. We all got a right to say what we want. But when some of us say what we want, we get penalized. Then we got to go on apology tours. We got to go diversity tours. We got to go to foreign lands and kiss ass and shake hands and kiss babies. And he get to just sit in his crib, still get him some black pussy, get black dollars, get black support, and don't even like y'all asses. And I could sit here and say, I don't like Redman's second album. And every day somebody wish that I'm off the earth because of rap. That's what I was saying last night. Look how this shit, look what they did to us. This shit got us fucked up. This shit got us going where we cooked. Because the shit that we make important really ain't important. It's so unimportant that we could have somebody sitting right next to us, kicking us in our back, and we be like, yo, you a wild boy. Where I'm from, like my bro Wheat just said, hands and feet where we meet. We used to be like that. I don't know what happened, but I know y'all just be so comfortable with sitting at certain tables. Y'all want acceptance so bad. You don't even accept yourself and accept your own. You don't even accept your own. When somebody come and I know why niggas don't like me. I understand. I identify with it. Like I understand. I can almost diagnose why you don't like me. Know why you don't like me? Because you don't like you. And I look just like you. I come from where you come from. I've been through what you've been through. But I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't complain about my past. I just do something about it. And I got up off my ass and took all the initiative and opportunities that I got and did something with it, and you didn't. So you mad at me because we had the same 24 hours and you bullshitted 19 of them. And I was doing something productive. So you just mad at me because I remind you of your failures. That's why you mad at me. You're not mad at me because of some rap shit. You mad at me because I remind you of how much of a fucking failure you are. Because you think you're a failure. I still think it's hope for you. I still think you could do this. That's why I give out information and give jewels and show niggas how to do shit. But you don't want to do it. You want my shit. That's why the minute all these dudes get their YouTube and they get their podcast, they want to take me out. I got more subscribers than him. I'm this than him. When you got these other folks who got 6 million, 5 million, why you don't aim for them? Why do you feel good going after me? I see it all the time. It's cool. I got niggas mad at me because I don't post they shit. I got niggas mad at me because I don't comment. I got niggas mad at me because I didn't add them to some hip-hop lists. I got niggas mad at me because I'm fucking light-skinned. I got niggas mad at me because they bro are probably like me. I ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just being me. I'm me at all times. Outside, on the computer, I'm me. I'm me. I don't never bend my knee for nobody. I don't never kiss nobody ring. I don't kiss nobody ass. Ever. Ever. Nobody's above me, just like I ain't above nobody else, but I'm not responsible for how you look at you. I'm not responsible for how you depict yourself. I don't think I come on here with a black tee. I wear the same hats. I got like 900 black tees. I'm not out here on here trying to outdress you. I don't show you no jewelry. I got on 2 watches, though. That might be a little stunning, but this is for exercise purposes. The same little gold bracelets. I ain't trying to be better than you, but I am going to outwork you. I am going to have a better perspective on myself and others, and I am going to get up every day and bust my ass and do what I got to do to sit in this seat. I am going to do that. I ain't going to let nobody push their fears on me. I ain't going to let nobody tell me what I can't do. And I don't even have one sponsor. I don't got one sponsor. Some of these dudes got 6. So what I do, I just come directly to the people. Yo, I'm going to need y'all to look out for me. I'm going to need y'all to send in super chats. I'm going to need y'all to hit me with cash apps, because when you talk like this, where's the dysfunction in what I'm saying? They only sell us dysfunction. They only sell us liquor, sexual pills, reefer, and how we could fuck each other up and bet and gamble and all that shit. I don't have none of that. I turned some of that down. That's a whole nother story. Because what would I look like coming to you like, yo, today's show was sponsored by Hennessy. Hey, but the nigga, I thought you don't drink. Then I say, yo, I got to get my money. Oh, you sold your soul. That's what I would hear. That's what I would hear. Not that I particularly give a fuck, but I'm true to myself. So if I'm lying to you, who did I lie to first? I lied to me. I ain't gonna lie to me to appease nobody. But that's it. I ain't gonna talk all night. It's late. It's Friday. And I hope y'all enjoy y'all night. Be safe out there. Get y'all some rest. Get up tomorrow. Get at it. As for me, you know what I do. I work every day. You know what I'm saying? There's no days off. There's no days off. We ain't where we want to be. I don't even know if I'm going to ever be where I want to be. I could have it all and still want more because that's how driven I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all can see all the tabs I keep open. That's my brain. But I appreciate everybody who showed up. I appreciate everybody who called, anybody who sent in a super chat, as well as anybody who hit the like button, as well as anybody who sent in the Cash App. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are very, very important to what I do. And I come on here. I knew this wasn't going to be no hot topic. I knew this wasn't going to be no 500 people room. But so what? Some things have to be spoken about. It's not all about numbers, demographics, and people. It's the real people need to hear real shit sometimes. We know it just be sometimes superficial and people just looking. But nah, we really, 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 really need to have real conversations sometimes. And the numbers is not going to reflect the real. Remember, the real is rare. Real is rare. Superficial is popular. Everybody does that. Real, that shit lonely. Real is lonely. And I bet you a lot of y'all don't even got a big crew. Don't even got a bunch of people you hang around. You might hang around your children, hang around your significant other or one or two partners. Because I said this today. I said, what would make me as a grown-ass man where I'm at right now go hang around a bunch of niggas on a day-to-day basis? Why would I get in my foreign car, leave my nice crib, and all of this stuff that I built for myself to go hang around a bunch of niggas that don't want nothing on a day-to-day basis, that can't wait to stick me in the back, that can't wait to say he didn't give me $20, so, yo, I did this to him? Why would I build things for myself that I earned and leave that to go hang around a bunch of niggas? We too old for that now. We not sitting around each other playing the game, or at least you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be around a bunch of men smoking reefer and drinking. Now, if you pop out, the holidays is coming up, you pop out, yo, we here, but this is what you doing on a day-to-day basis, you need to reevaluate life. Because there's no way that I want to leave my safe haven to go somewhere and I got to make sure this thing is on me and be ready to let it go because I'm in an environment that I don't even belong in no more. What am I doing here? There's no work here. You don't fraternize in situations where you risking taking penitentiary chances or chances with your life to prove to niggas I'm outside. No, I ain't outside, I'm inside, but I am in the gym when I'm outside. I'm in the supermarket and I'm going to and fro. I might go get me some cookies or something like that, go get me some popcorn. That's when I'm outside, but I'm not hanging with a bunch of niggas at this old age. We did all that already. We digested that. We don't do little boy shit. We do age appropriate shit. I got an Xbox over there. I got a goddamn PlayStation 5. I got every gaming system. I got an Oculus. I got this computer right here is a gaming computer, 2800. I got a MacBook Pro. I got a studio in the other room. I got dual screens. I wish I could see my dual. Matter of fact, I did take a picture too. Hold on. I think I showed y'all before. But I got dual screens here. Yeah, look. Let me show y'all something. I'm in the show and prove era. Look, I got dual screens. If you could see, I got a balcony out there. You know, like we don't leave this for what? What are we doing that for? I got dual screens. So when you see me looking back and forth, I drag one thing to other screen. I'm in here on some damn Minority Report shit, moving shit with my hands. Nah, this is what we work for. So when you get where you want to be and you got the full range to live how you want to live and you bust your ass for it, nah, y'all can have outside. Y'all can have all that. I got shit going on in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I was worked out in the crib. My weight's over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can have all that. But again, I do a lot of this for y'all. And that's why I like to make my platform y'all. That's why I charge the low for promo, charging the low for interviews. I'm doing a lot because I want y'all to be included in these times, in these meteoric rises that we do. Because I'm only going to rise with y'all help. Because I don't fuck with them. I'm just being real with y'all. I don't want acceptance from them. Never did. Since y'all first saw me. So I'm only going to rise is what y'all help me do. And that's just real. I can't be more transparent than that. So every dollar y'all give me, y'all can say, yo, I just bought this. But there's always something to come back. There's always something to do stuff. The other day, Zoom, which I do my interviews on, they hit me for $200. I was like, what the fuck, that $200? I wasn't even, you know, auto pay slug you, but the telephone number, all of that. So I do a lot for y'all, and I appreciate what y'all do for me. And with that, I'm Doggie Diamonds. We hit Tad. Tad is the personal trainer. So until next time, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all.
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.